If you're still not yet consistently making profits in 2025, then it's probably because you don't understand correct market structure, because I don't get how anyone can fail trading if they truly understand correct market structure. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing exactly what you have to know, and if you stick till the end, you will become you will level up your trading. I don't want to say that you become a profitable trader, because that also comes down to you if you'll be able to practice the things that I teach you here, or you just sleep on that information, right? So what is market structure, right? So there's just the simple market structure, and then I will describe the simple market structure, and then I will go further into depth and what probably you are getting wrong, right? So what is market structure? How do we understand market structure, right? So let's take, for example, that we are going in a downtrend, right? So in a downtrend, right, let me choose red for this, right? We are continuously creating what? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, right? But of course, if the market was this simple, everyone would be making profit, right? But there are just a few things that I want you to understand here first before I go further in depth, right? So what we are going to be looking over here, right? So as you can see, for a downtrend, right, we've got our lower lows. That's what we'll be creating, right? Because this low over here is lower than this low, so this will be our new lower low, right? And this low over here is lower than the previous low, right? So that makes our lower low, right? Our new lower low. Then this over here on the top, these are what? Lower highs, because this high is lower than the previous high, so this becomes our new lower high, right? I think you get the whole basic idea around this. But of course, market structure won't move as simple as this. The market isn't that stupid or that simple that everyone will be able to make profit, right? So why do we always get it wrong? Where do we get it wrong, right? Because in these fractal moves over here, if you drop down to the lower time frames, you might be convinced that the market has changed its structure and is going in the opposite direction, right? So let's just change this for a second, and let me just show you a simple bullish trend, right? So in a bullish trend, it's just the complete opposite, right? So we're going higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high, right? So in this case again also, right, it's just as simple as I was showing you over there or on the previous bearish trend, right? So over here, as you can see, we've created what? This high from over here, right? Because this high is higher than this high, right? And this new high is higher than this high, right? So these are our what? Higher highs, right? And on the lower side, we'll be creating our higher lows and higher lows. Why? Because this low over here is higher than this previous low, so we'll be creating our higher lows, right? So what I want you to grasp on this simple structure is the swing highs and the swing lows, right? So what do I mean by the swing highs and the swing lows, right? So that you'll be able to understand completely when we go further in depth, right? So the swing high, right? So this is our swing high over here, right? And this is our swing what? Our swing low over here, right? So this is what we're going to be focusing on mainly when you are going into the charts, right? So the previous swing high was this swing high over here, right? And this swing low, right? So the swing highs are the exterior structures, right, that we want to be focusing on, right? So over here, this is our swing high, this is our swing low, right? Swing high and swing low, right? So when the market breaks a structure, what I want you to do is to mark the swing low. So how do you mark the swing low? The swing low is the lowest point that the market pulled back to before it broke what? It broke structure, right? So this is the lowest point the market reached before it broke what? It broke this structure over there, right? So that's going to be our swing low, right? and the highest point the market reaches before it starts a pullback is going to be our swing high, right? So that's what we also want to mark, right? So everything that happens inside over here is what we're going to be calling internal structures, right? So let's say over here, right, we've got what we go down, right, create a high, right, we go further down. Let me start drawing this again, start drawing this afresh, right? So over here, right, so the market won't look as simple as I was showing you, right? What market usually looks like is we've got a high, then we've got something like this, then we've got another push up, right, and the cycle continues something like that, right? It's something like this over here, right? That's how the market usually looks like, right? So over here, what are we going to be focusing on, right? Of course, this market doesn't move in simple waves that I was showing you previously, right? If the market moved like that, everything will be so simple, so crystal clear, right? So what are we going to be looking for over here, right? So first of all, right, so let's ignore everything on this side, right? So what are we going to be looking for over here, right? So in this case over here, when the market breaks this structure over here, right, what are we going to be looking for? We're going to be looking for this lowest point the market reached before it breaks that structure, right? So this is the lowest point, right, and we mark it horizontally to the future, to the right? And then the highest point the market reaches before it starts pulling back, we also mark that high, right? So this is our swing high over here, and this is our swing low, right? What this implies, right, is everything inside here, inside this range, right, is what we want to call internal structures, right? So whether the market goes on the lower time frame, if the market goes in a downtrend, right, we know that this is just internal structure. It's not affecting the overall trend until we have a break in market structure to the downside or a break in market structure to the upside. It's just internal structure. But of course, we are going to be biased to the bullish side. Why? Because the market is currently in an uptrend in the overall trend, right? So that's where our bias is, right? So we'll obviously be looking for our buy setups, but unless the market breaks in this major low, this swing low over here, even if the smaller time frame goes in the downtrend, right, we're not going to be considering those entries, those selling opportunities, unless you know that you are scalping, right, and you are mainly targeting this previous high, right? That's another case, right? So that's what we want to look for, right? Then let's move on to this example over here, how the market looks like in this case over here, right? So over here, what are we going to be looking for, right? Over here, this is the lowest point the market reached when it was pulling back over here, right? So this is our swing low. We mark that to the future, right? And then this over here, this is our swing high, right? We mark this to the future over here, right? So in this case, as you can see, as the market is pulling down, as I was saying, we don't consider this as so we don't look for our selling opportunities yet, right, until we break this swing low and we get a confirmation. Then we can be starting to looking for our entries, right? So in this case over here, what do I want to look for is, you can see we've got this high over here, right? So when you break this structure over here, right, so which structure is going to be our swing low, our next swing low? Is it going to be this level or this level, right? So I want you to make a guess, right? I'm going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. So if you said this over here is going to be our new swing low, you were wrong, right? This is our swing low. Why? Because this is the lowest point the market put back to, right, before it breaks structure, right? So this is the lowest point. So this is where we mark our swing low. Until that low is broken, right, we don't look for our selling opportunities, right? So we can get this over here, right? The market can pull back over here, right? So like break past over here, like, but we still don't look for ours. We don't say that the market is now going down. Why? Because this is the original structure, the origin of this push to the upside, right? So this is what we are looking to break before we continue, before we start going down. This is not that structure, right? So that's what I want you to understand first, right? So that's like the fractal movement of the market, right? So you always have to be in line with with the overall trend, so that you can be able to understand exactly how the market is moving, right? So what you also have to do is check the overall trend of the higher time frame, because if you focus mainly on the lower time frame, that's when you'll be trading those pullbacks only, right? So what you have to do is first go to your higher time frames, right? So in this case, we can go to our 4-hour time frame and check where the overall market trend is, right? So as you can see over here, in this case over here, right, this is our swing high over here, right? And this is our swing low, right? So until this gets broken to the upside, we are still in a downtrend, right? And we're waiting for this to be broken in order to continue going down, right? So that's what we want to look for. And as you can see over here, we broke this was our swing high over here, because we've got a breaking market structure over there, right? And this is the highest, the highest point the market put back to, right? So we'll be using this high over here, but it's around the same region, so we mark this whole area over here, right? So as you can see, it just recently got broken, right? But so overall we'll be looking for our buying opportunities. But if you can check, if you drop down to the 1-hour time frame, right, we're actually in an uptrend, right? So let's drop down to the 1-hour time frame so that this picture is clearer for us, so that we can be able to see what we're dealing with, right? So as for me, I don't usually consider the higher time, the 4-hour time frame trend, but I usually take my trades on the 15-minute. So I use both the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame, but usually the 1 hour is also like for my major confluence time frame, right? So over here, what am I going to be looking for? What am I going to be looking at, right? So let's like drop back somewhere over here, right? So this is when we're changing from the downtrend to the uptrend, right? So over here, let me move this a little bit over here, right? So over here, as you can see, I've got a breaking market structure over here, right? A breaking market structure over there, right? So over here, this is our swing high. These are the highest point the market put back to, right? And this is our swing low, right? So everything inside here is our internal structure, right? So until we break structure to the downside, right, we are still in a downtrend over here, right? So of course, in this case over here, we're looking for our selling opportunities in this area, right, until we broke structure to the upside over here, right? So when you break this structure over here, that's when you start looking for our buying opportunities on the 15-minute time frame, right? So over here, this over here becomes our swing low, and this is our swing high over here. We don't consider these lows in between over here, because this, as you can see, it doesn't break this previous structure, so we don't consider this over here, right? This is our swing low, right? Waiting for this to be broken in order to see if the market has gone back to the downtrend, right? So as you can see, the market continued going up overall, though it had a little bit like a fake out because of this open gap over here, right? The market open gap, right? But it overall continued going up, right? So over here, right, this is our swing low and our swing high, right? Everything inside over here is internal structure, but we know that for the lower time frame, we are overall in an uptrend, so we can get our entries when the trend lines break and everything. You know how to trade, right? So over here, when the market starts going up, right, over here, when we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, that's when you'll be able to see this. This will be our swing high over here, and this will be our swing low, right? And we have a breaking market structure, right? So for the 15-minute time frame and the 1 hour time frame, we know that we are in an uptrend, right? So when you get this breaking market structure and a pullback, that's when you'll be looking for our entries, right? Then this is our new what? Our new swing high. This is our new swing low, and this is our new swing high. Break that market structure again, our new swing low, new swing high, and as you can see, we are still breaking structure going up, right? So that's just what you have to look for over in a nutshell, right? Breaking market structure, right? Swing high, swing low, right? We break structure to the upside. So over here, looking for our buying opportunities also to go to continue going up, right? So yeah, I think I've made this video a little bit too long, but if you understand a thing or two, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button and boop the like button. Remember, you are the bridge between where you currently are and where you want to be. Peace.